suppose I have to do this right. So, Newcastle United 2, QPR 2. 2 points definitely dropped. Now we're, what, 1 point behind Brighton, and they have a game in hand against Huddersfield. And of all players to concede the goal, Kieran Clark, probably the unsung hero of the season so far, heads the ball into the back of his own net in the 90th minute, and then we just let them back into the game. And no disrespect to QPR, fair play to them for fighting us the whole way. But we did it to ourselves, not just with that goal as well, with their first goal as well. I just feel like we let them back into the game, and that was it. 2 points dropped, an easy win there for the taking. Now, I'm going to run through the team and then just take my opinions on board if you want, of what I thought of the whole team, starting with Darlow. Now, he's been a bit suspect of late. He had that double save not too long ago against, I think it was Rotherham. And in this game, we had a couple of shaky moments as well. And this is coming from me, like probably Darlow's number one fan. Not saying that he should be swapped for Sells anytime soon, but he just needs to stick to the basics. And that same message goes for Captain Lascelles as well. Now, there's a couple times where he got caught in position, and from what I understood, the QPR players were actually targeting him just to put pressure on him because he's not that comfortable on the ball. He's gone from doing it nice and short and simple to try and playing these big long balls. Yes, it's come off a couple times. It came off in the Rotherham game, I believe. But for this game, just stick to the basics, man. Yedlin, right back. Again, I've been saying it all the time. Get caught out in possession. Got caught out in position as well. Too many times. Yes, he's great going forward. Great. Got a great engine. But defensively, nah. And again, they was targeting down that side a lot of the times throughout the whole game as well. Clark, for me, second man of the match, if there's ever an award for that, even with the own goal. Solid, steady-ish. You could say he's at fault for their first goal, but at the same time, I thought it's quite solid. And again, as I said before in the start of the video, unsung hero. Dummett, can you really blame him for anything? I don't know. As I said, he's a solid 7.5 out of 10. But again, if we need to get back into the Premier League, which we obviously need to, we need to think about replacing that left back position as well. Midfield goes without saying, Shelvey and Ritchie the standout too, but even still, I don't think they had the best games that they've ever had. Shelvey relying on the ball a lot of the time to come through him. By now, we're too predictable anyway. Teams know who the play's coming through. It's going to go to Shelvey from deep. He's going to try and hit long balls. So again, this needs to be sorted out straight away. Ritchie as well, yes, he got on the score sheet as well. Didn't have the most fantastic of games, but again, solid 7, 8 out of 10, I'd say. On the other side, you had Gouffre and Hayden. Hayden obviously got the assist. Again, caught dawdling on the ball too many times. Again, just keep it simple. I don't know why we've gone from, doing the basics right to trying to do the basics and some when it's not needed. Gouffre as well got lost in possession too many times. His kind of run of form at the start of the season is gone. It's dwindled away when we thought he was a resurgence. He's gone now for me. He's lucky that he didn't have another left midfielder come in. He's lucky that Townsend didn't come in. Otherwise, he would be called Splinter by now because he'd be spending most of his time on the bench. Up top, right, Perez. I know people want to be positive and get behind him all the time, but we've got to call a spade a spade. He's lucky Diame was in the African Cup of Nations. Perez, God, sometimes I just want to wrap my arms around him and hug him because he's got brilliance in him. And then sometimes you just want to wrap your arms around, yeah, you get the picture. And then obviously Murphy didn't really have a kick, didn't have any influence in the game. I don't think it was his game, obviously on Wednesday. And it's just a shame because he had such a decent run of form going into this game. I believe it was, 3-3 or something along those lines. So, that's the Newcastle team. QPR team, I'm not going to go into them in depth because that's not my team, but fair play to them for grinding out a result. They probably thought coming into this game, they might get another spanking. seeing the Holloway interview afterwards, he was full of praise for Rafa, but he also said to the fans, Newcastle fans, that was too expectant going into this game. And it's a marathon, not a sprint. And wiser words haven't been spoken like that, because that is the case. Even myself, I was kind of expecting going into this game thinking we're going to beat them, not completely smash them like we did before, but beat them nonetheless. Now, getting into the highlights anyway. So starting off with us, you can't get off to a better start than we did. Scoring after 7 seconds, ball into the box, Gouffran down the left-hand side. It gets headed out to the edge of the area, and we've been saying for ages now, all the time, shoot from outside the area. And who does it drop to? That man, Shelby. Fantastic volley, straight in the back of the net after 30-odd seconds, goal to the good. And from there, we should have took the game to them and finished them off in the first half. But did we? No. We allowed QPR to get back into the game, and they were close a numerous amount of times. Connor Washington, like I said in the preview, was a threat all the time. Luongo, he was a threat, had a couple of shots that were testing, and they fully deserved to get the equaliser. Ball came in from a corner, headed out. Jake Bidwell, I believe, who's had a hand in Shelby's goal, smashed it back into the box. Connor Washington was first to get to it, ahead of Kieran Clark, of all people, put it into the back of the net. And I'll show you half time, it's 1-1, and they fully deserved it. Second half, more or less like the same for Newcastle United. Had a couple of chances here and there. The best one, and this is where my frustration lies, with Perez. The best one fell to Perez, 1-on-1 with the goalkeeper. And what does he do? Hits it straight at the goalkeeper. Smithies makes a good save, stood up tall, but again, 1-on-1 with the keeper. You've got to be putting them in the back of the net. Simple as that. QPR, on the other hand, had a couple of chances as well. Luongo again had another opportunity. I think Visalek had another great opportunity. And, truth be told, if they had better strikers on the pitch, they could have easily finished us off. Now, it was Newcastle United, obviously, we got the second goal that we needed. Good, nice little lofty ball into the box by Hayden. Richard's there at the back post, who heads it into the back of the net. We're 2-1 to the again, so we take the lead twice, not once but twice. And again, should have killed off the game, got that third goal. And I was even thinking to myself, we need that third goal. Do not trust us. Again, QPR still had more opportunities. They made changes. We made changes. We brought on the likes of Sammy Amiobi. Again, is he our Townsend replacement, if you like? It's going to have to be, because we haven't really got anything else until Atsu comes back. Atsu's probably the only person I would have said would have come off the bench and maybe changed it, gone direct. None of this kind of going on the outside, just going straight for the jugular, and we might have got something else. Who else did we bring on? Brought on Diame. Again, he's come back from African Cup of Nations. Didn't really see much of him. He had a chance towards the end there alongside Gouffran, but apart from that, nada, nothing. And then there you have it, 90th minute. Their substitution was the crucial one. Kazenga Lualua, of all people. Kazenga Lualua. Obviously, you know him as much as I do from his Newcastle days. Just puts a random ball into the box. Obviously, they're trying to go for it. Pretty much no QPR players inside. I think Mackie might have been the close one to Clark, but he was still a good 5 or 10 yards away from him. And then Kieran Clark heads it into the back of the net, flicks it on. I don't know if Darlow came to claim it and shouted, or Clark thought he'd just clear his lines. But it's in the back of the net. And you know what? QPR, sorry guys, but you've got out of jail there on that one. Well, in fact, no, we've got out of jail on that one, because again, we could have lost easily 3 or 4-2. But at the same time, in that moment in time, 90th minute, you're expecting your team to wrap it up. So that's why I'm saying it like that. And as you can see, I'm a bit frustrated, because we now fall away from the pack in terms of Brighton, who have the opportunity to lead. And we're going into a tough month now. February's a tough month. We've got the likes of Villa, Norwich, I believe maybe even Huddersfield's in there. I haven't checked the fixture list, too tough, but we've got tough games in there, and these are the sort of games that we need to be winning. Nonetheless against the bigger teams, if you like, in the Championship, but the teams against you should be beating. So there you have it there. So obviously we've got a derby up next. we all know what happens or comes along with that. You know, Steve McLaren comes back to Newcastle United, comes back to St James's Park. I'm not even going to try and just say we're going to dominate them because at this moment in time, I don't even know what to think. But the QPR game, it's kind of hit me for six for that one. And not even trying to use the pun from the last game when we played QPR, but it has really and truly now hit me for six. So I'm hoping that something good can come of this now because, you know, January transfer window's gone. Don't need to worry about that now. No signings in. Hey ho, it's one of those things. Both cup competitions got nothing to worry about now. So this is our sole focus now. You know, fans want to carp on about atmosphere and crowd and all the rest of it now. I want to focus on points and promotion. That's it, the two P's, points and promotion. Get the points, we get the promotion. Because Reading are not too far behind, Leeds ain't too far behind, Brighton's not too far in front as well. So we need to make sure we secure one of those top two spots. Obviously, if it's up to me and all the Newcastle United fans around the world, we're going for top spot. But you know what? Second, we'll take second as long as we get out of this league. Thank you guys for watching. If you managed to listen to me so far, I commend you. See you all soon. Keep it tuned. Peace.